Hi there, welcome to a beginner's guide to the silhouette program. Um, I am by no means an expert, but I have been using it for a little bit. There are still things that I don't know, so I thought that I would show you how to begin, how to set it up, and like some of the features that you might first start with. It all looks a bit scary to start with though. So what you need to do is you need to go to the Silhouette America site, which we shall do now. Um, Here, as you can see, there's lots of resources if you have signed up to the design store. When you first get, if it's a brand new machine, you normally get a little card that gives you, I think it's, I don't know if it's a month or so many days free access and like a little bit of a credit. You have a limited um, amount of time to use it because then it runs out. So what you need is the software. So there's two different ways you have to do it. There's the computer software, which is what this is. So whether you have a Mac or a basic Windows computer, you pick whichever. Um, and then there's also firmware that you may have to update on your actual machine, but we'll go into that when we get to that point. So, okay, so we're going to pick Windows because I'm using Windows, and it will download here. There's other links to like the Mint Studio. I do have a Mint as well, so I'll be doing some videos on that soon. There's some mobile, like pick scan for your mobile. I don't really use the mobile things. Um, I know some other people have used them, but didn't particularly like them. I'm assuming that this is something new because there's send jobs from Adobe Illustrator straight to your design. Well, that's fabulous. Something I may look into because I do use Illustrator. Okay, so we've downloaded enough of the waffle. So you click it to open, and then it says welcome. So we do yes. Put it where you want it. If you don't want it on this thing, if you've got a specific folder on your computer, or then you can browse, pick where it needs to be. But that's fine. That's fine for me. And then install. It doesn't take very long. Somebody asked me this on another video. Install the Bonjour. That's just, it's like a connection program that helps your computer um, automatically detect things when you allow it to. So I don't think you have to use it, but I don't really know. I mean, I think I may have this anyway. So you accept. I mean, who reads these things? It's really bad, really. Yes, see there. Bonjour enables computers and devices to automatically discover each other when using the industry. So yeah, it's a good thing to have. So yes, congratulations. So that's that. Now do we want to, yes, we install all this. It shouldn't really take that long. Hold on, something flashing down here. Yes, that's usually some kind of software file. Another one down here. Yeah, yeah. So while it's doing that, I mean, it won't take long, but we'll just look. So, the studio, which what we're looking at. There's a beta, so if you want interested in the newer features, sometimes it doesn't work that great, but you can always try a beta. See, that's still a Connect. I've never tried it. I may have a go at that one. The Mint Studio, I do have a Mint. I'll do another video on installing this. Model Maker, I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Build 3D models, education software which can be cut out using Silhouette. Oh, a bit like if you're doing boxes, probably. That kind of thing. I might look into that. Silhouette link. Allow the sending of jobs from any computer or device to the same wireless network to a Silhouette machine. Okay, so that's pretty good. I mean, I have 2 computers, but I usually only use one for the Silhouette, so it doesn't get confusing. Okay, so that's it. So we'll launch it. I do have the slightly upgraded one to the designer edition, and I will update that off screen so that nobody can take my key. But anyway, so would you like Silhouette to automatically check? Yes. It's just easier? Yeah. No, because I never usually like them. Yeah, you do your disclaimer. See, it currently says basic edition, but I do have designer edition, but I'll just do basic edition for now, and then I'll do the designer. Right, okay. It gives you a what's new, tells you about some of the new features, sticky notes, automatically create pop-up cards. I've not tried that one, but if you do that one, it's pretty good. Is this your first time using Silhouette? So I'll say yes because we're doing a tutorial. So you connect to Silhouette, turn it on to download your free library designs. They're usually personalized only, so if you're doing a business, you can't use them. There's tutorials up on the help, which is here. Thank you for reviewing the Get Started. Okay, so we start off with this. Depending on what Silhouette you're using, this side here, page setup, which is this first button here, size automatic, or you can do if you're a printer, if you want a specific size, like a stamp, a tiny thing. If you're using A3, A4, oh, yeah, dogs and postmen. So if you use a specific size that you need, then custom, whichever. I just usually go to automatic, and then I will do it. And you can manually move them up and down as well. This is the page size. This is like the paper or the vinyl, whatever it is that you use. It'll just do that. So the cutting mat, depending on what you have, you've got a small portrait. It's usually smaller. So in this case, you'll be thinking, oh, my page doesn't. So you can pull it to fit. If you put your cutter in, it'll automatically pick it up, which it is. Or a 12 by 12, which is the Cameo, or the Silhouette 3. And then if it's bigger, it even has a Curico, which I don't have. Something hopefully I'll get in the future. Like the stamp is kind of like for the mint. It's not the mint. Did do this like, you could cut out. They have a certain material that you can cut out to use for stamps. Didn't particularly like it, but that's what that one is usually for. Okay, so I usually just do a 12 by 12. Right. If you want to see the mat, first of all, you can show your print board. So if you have your printer on, take that off it. So you may have to change this depending on what printer you were using. And the cut border is the red line is where your Cameo will cut to. So always usually leave a little bit of a space before the edge just in case. Print borders, I could try and remember how to change this. Hold on. Oh, there we go. You can show the grid. snap to grid if you want things, you know, to click onto bits, but I prefer not to snap because then it's easier to fit the small things in corners, in between letters, that kind of thing. Okay, this is if you have, if you're doing the pics, print and cut, where you take a picture or you scan it. I've just never got a good cut. I think it gives me a lot of waste, so that's something I don't use a lot of. I have a little bit, but not enough. So okay, so there is a way to change this, and I'll see if I can remember as we go on. Okay, so that's the basic page setup. This is your pic scan. Like I said, you have to scan it if it's a small piece, or you take a picture from above and then you can collaborate it, do all the size, all that kind of thing. This is where you fill in things, line style. Okay, well that's self-explanatory as we go. So that's the start. So over here we have file. So if you have a new project, it's quite straightforward, like every other basic program really. If you want to open something, open, and then go into your files and take whichever you want out. Recent, this is a good one. If sometimes you do something, forget to save it, or your computer crashes, electricity goes, whatever, and it closes down, when it opens, it automatically will open you recovered. And the recent is like what you've recently done. If you accidentally close it, to merge, you just merge two things in. So if you put something on this and you've got another design that you want to merge in with this, you can do it this way. It's like drag and drop kind of thing. Okay, save, yeah, save as, save selection. You can choose to save onto your computer and to the library. I would suggest you do both. If you have it in the library, then it'll be on the silhouette. But in case something ever goes wrong with the library, and it has been known, save it to your computer as well, or an external hard drive, wherever, because then you've always got a backup, especially if it's something, especially if you're doing it for a business or something that's really important that you won't be able to recreate. Save it twice. Okay, the library is, I'll show you that in a second. Scan, that's like the print and cut. Print, obviously, page setup, blah blah, usual stuff. Edit, it's quite it's self-explanatory with that. This is like another shortcut to do your registration marks, but you usually use the shortcuts. Panels, these probably need to be going into a bit more detail. Do that another time. You can do different things. So you flip it, arrange when you want something at the front of your design or sitting right at the back of design. You can align it central, rotate it. You can all do all this manually as well. Replicate, that's always good if you want a page full. Modify, if you need to weld, I'll explain that. Subtract, crop, etc, etc. Group, non-group, you'll use that a lot. Okay, and the help bit is the manual introduction tutorials. There's lots of tutorials. Upgrade silhouette, I'll do that off camera when I put my the next designer edition in. Okay, so yeah, so you have a new drawing just means a new sheet basically. If you want to open something, you want to save it, print. Okay, that's to undo. If you do a mistake, you want to go back, you can do that. Select by colour. If you do something and you just want, you can select the specific colour. That's zoom in, zoom out. So you do that with the mouse if that's how you prefer it. You can use the mouse if it's easier. Pan using the mouse, all the mouse stuff. Bit to window if you want it big. On this side, right, so you have design, where you do your design. I'll just, for example, we'll do a test like this. Okay, so you do that here, and then if you go over here, this is all your fonts. Whatever font you got on your computer will automatically upload into this. I don't have a lot on this one computer, but my other computer, it's slightly crazy. I have tons. I'll show you a good place to get. My place to go is the font. There's lots of fonts under font. Just have to be careful because some of them are like free for personal, some are donation, and some are 100% free. There is a way to sit like here, more options. Then you click you want public domain, 100% free if you're doing it for custom or selling it, something like that. Otherwise, free for personal, just doing it for you, that's fine. Okay, so let's go back to this. So we have tests. So maybe we want to do our colours. So you highlight, you double click it. So you want them all different colours. So you want T in red, E in green, purple, blue. So that's how, especially if you're gonna cut by colour, that's a good way to do it. Pretty simple. That's just what the fill is. The fill doesn't affect the cut. It doesn't actually give you colour. It's more for you to go, okay, I want this letter in this and that kind of thing. The line, I think it's the cut line. But you know, I'm not 100% on that. I think it's the line colour for, oh, maybe it's this. Oh yes, see there, if you're doing a line and you just want perforations. Okay, see, I learned something new. And then if you change it to you can change the line colour. So if you wanted, so you could see it different. So that's the line, the colour. You can fill with a pattern also. So let's click off the line, double click on this again. Do this and then I fill it with a pattern, put a pattern in it. You can upload your own patterns, get free patterns online. Make sure if you take anything off the internet to make sure it's free. Don't just assume because you find it on Google that it's free to use, because 9 times out of 10 it's not. So yeah, so there's that. You can gradient fill as well. Lots of things. But say this is just for this effect. But if you were building something, you can like print. So if you were designing something on this, for like me, I design usually off this and bring it in. Or if I'm just doing basic tech stuff, I'll design on this. But some people actually use this to do their full design. So if you're doing that, but you want to maybe print a copy to put in your folder, then let's get rid of this. Or what I'm doing with this is I'm left mouse clicking, keeping the left mouse down, drag, pull it all, delete. So if you were doing something you wanted to print out, you would just go to print, and it will print out on this. You can do, you want to know what it looks like, there is a way to look at it first, but I think that's down to your printer settings. Okay, so So that's the design. And when you're happy with it and you're like, yeah, I'm ready for this, you go to send, and then this would open up the cut part of it. And then depending what material you're using, there's a whole list of material. You can also make your own presets for stuff, your action you wanted to cut, or if you wanted to score, or sketch if you use the sketch pens. Stipple, I think stipple is just for the curio. And depending on your blade, auto blade or ratchet blade, deep cut blade, it's self-explanatory. Usually you want it uncut because otherwise it won't cut, which means it'll cut outside and inside. If you just want to cut around the outside edge, then it will just be cut edge. There's also the Cameo. There's two tools, so you can do two different things. I've never used two. I just find them one. So maybe if you're gonna sketch and cut, that would work for you. And that's just a case of if you're using this one, you would just have to I wonder if it changes colour. I think it's when it's connected to the Cameo, which this computer isn't. So yeah, so once you figure that out, then you'll just press send. This will give you an automatic, the number on your blade, the speed, the force, which like the thickness, and how many times you want it to go around. Usually these you'll have to play with yourself, and it is a pain sometimes to get it right. But keep at it. Keep a notebook, put everything in, have an hour where you just do little test cuts on all different ones and find the stuff that works for you. Also, I would say if you're doing vinyl and you cut card, have different blades because they'll blunt. The more blades you can have for different cuts, kind of the better. So yeah, so that's that. Then the library. So this is the library where I said you can upload to your library. Let's go. You can sync up to 5 devices, so that's good. So it's like your computers, mobile phone if you use it, the mobile stuff, your laptop, like an iPad or tablet. You have unlimited, which is great. 1 gigabyte for standard, 5 gigabytes for club. So it's always good to have your own storage. Syncify your drag design onto one of the filters. I'll show you how to do that now. So we'll do that, which I will do. So if I wanted to save this, then I would go save as, save to library, and it would open up my library, and I would put its name in the library, press OK. It will be in my library, so I go to my library, there it is. Easy as that. The store is what it says. It's the Silhouette store. You can subscribe, which will give you so many free things. They do bundles, they do all kinds of things on it, but the only thing you have to be really careful of is lots of it is personalised only. It usually does come with a commercial license, but let me see. I mean that's quite cheap. Baby bundle, 32 designs, which is amazing. $4.99. But let's see. Let's click on them and see what they're more than likely. See personal. See, this design's over for personal use only. So you could only use it as personal. So you can be really limited. I will recommend the Hungry JPEG because they have lots. I'm slightly addicted to this site. They have all kinds. They do bundles also. They have a Facebook group. They do really cheap. I mean, it's $29. I'll just click into just show you their January bundle, and you get all this, and all of it is commercial, so you can use it in designs and you're selling stuff. It's amazing. It's a great site. Some great deals. So there's bundles. There's like fonts. There's graphics. There's cut files. If I just search. There's cut files, lots of cut files. So there's lots. Just have to remember to open the SVG in the silhouette. You need, I think it's the design edition. It doesn't open in the basic, but there are other programs that you'll be able to open in it and transfer it. Okay, so that was pretty basic. Let's go back to the design. Pretty basic. Hope I helped to start with. I mean, there's lots of things to go through. I don't want to spend hours on the videos because sometimes you just need a little refresher. So I'll go more into depth in design on the next one and talk you through some of the steps. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or if there's anything you would like me to show you how to do, then leave me a little message underneath and I'll try and answer your questions. Definitely, if you've got any problems, then if I can help, I'll try. And if you can subscribe, that would be amazing. And thanks for watching.